How are you going out there in the big wide world? I feel like I live in a beautiful little bubble right now. Very much enjoying this time. It's been absolutely amazing. And what I'm finding is, business is really busy, which I'm incredibly grateful for. But in my downtime, I'm doing lots of reading. I'm reading lots of books. And today, what I wanted to talk about was recognizing your value and also looking at where you compare yourself to others, because we all do it. We all wish. God, I've done it so many times, seeing other people going, oh my God, they're so amazing. I wish I could do that. Judging myself, I'm not further ahead of where I should be. All these stories that we play in our heads. And one mentor said to me that what you see in others is in you. And I was doing a lot of work on that. And so a lot of the fears that I was seeing in others, I was recognizing that they must be in me. So here I am working on all my own judgments and everything. And then what he also said was also the good things. So the good things that you see in others, the only reason you can see them is because they're in you. I was like, oh, wow, that's nice, isn't it? And that was a really big one for me, because I used to see people that could do public speaking and things. I thought, oh my God, they're so amazing. I would never be able to do that. But the reason that I admired them in the first place was because that was in me. So at my deepest, once I removed all the fears, so many of them, and the not wanting to be seen, and the not good enough, the I'm not worthy, as I layer over years and years and years, and taking actions and stripping back those limiting belief systems, then I found myself able to talk and doing public speaking and Facebook Lives and things like that, which if someone had told me years ago that this is what I'd be doing, I just would have said I'd rather die, thanks. That would be a nightmare for me. So it's amazing how we can grow and evolve. And when we when we judge others, it means that there's a part of us that we're actually suppressing. And I think it's really big right now, as well as so much social media going on, seeing people, and then we cannot recognize ourselves. And what I started off with was that I've been reading a lot. And the book I just finished, this is the second time I've read it, is The Tao of Pooh. So it's all about Pooh Bear and Taoism. So it's all about the way, more being, less doing. And we get so addicted to doing and trying hard. But when we let go and just allow and do less, it's amazing how everything just happens. It's been a massive lesson for me, having been such a doer. And in this beautiful book, there is a story, and I wanted to share a story today because I read this story last week. It was on the weekend, and I was like, oh, it made me cry. I was like, oh my God, it's so beautiful, because it explains how we compare ourselves to others. We want to be something else, but really the truth is, really, who do we want to be is ourselves. And I look at myself in the past, how much I judge myself, especially in business. I should be further on. I should be here. I should be that. And now during this time, I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful I'm where I'm at, because if all of these other things that I wanted to land had have landed, then maybe it would have been the end of my business, because I wouldn't have been able to manage. I would have been, doing face-to-face workshops. But because of how my business was set up, I've been able to easily just transform to online. I'm still doing workshops online, and it's meant the success, rather. So where I wanted to be and where I am, actually perfect. Where I wanted to be. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, hi, gorgeous. How are you? I'm on a different computer thing today, because every time I get on the Thursdays, it been terrible. Bad internet. So this is the story time. It's a Chinese story called The Stone Cutter. There was once a stone cutter who was dissatisfied with himself and with his position in life. One day he passed a wealthy merchant's house, and through the open gateway saw many fine possessions and important visitors. How powerful that merchant must be, thought the stone cutter. He became very envious and wished that he could be like the merchant. Then he would no longer have to live the life of a mere stone cutter. To his great surprise, he suddenly became the merchant, enjoying more luxuries and power than he had ever dreamed of, envied and detested by those less wealthy than himself. But soon a high official passed by, carried in a sedan chair accompanied by attendants and escorted by soldiers beating gongs. Everyone, no matter how wealthy, had to bow low before the procession. How powerful that official is, he thought. I wish I could be a high official. Then he became a high official, carried everywhere in his embroidered sedan chair, feared and hated by the people all around, who had to bow down before him as he passed. It was a hot summer day, and the official felt very uncomfortable in the sticky sedan chair. He looked up at the sun. It shone proudly in the sky, unaffected by his presence. How powerful the sun is, he thought. I wish I could be the sun. Then he became the sun, shining fiercely down on everyone, scorching the fields, cursed by the farmers and the labourers. But a huge black cloud moved between him and the earth, so that his light could no longer shine on everything below. How powerful that storm cloud is, he thought. I wish I could be a cloud. Then he became the cloud, flooding the fields and villages, shouted at by everyone. But soon he found that he was being pushed away by some great force and realised that it was the wind. How powerful it is, he thought. I wish that I could be the wind. Then he became the wind, blowing tiles off the roofs of houses, uprooting trees, hated and feared by all below him. But after a while, he ran up against something that would not move. No matter how forcefully he blew against it, a huge, towering stone. How powerful that stone is, he thought. I wish I could be a stone. Then he became the stone, more powerful than anything else on earth. But as he stood there, he heard the sound of a hammer pounding a chisel into the solid rock and felt himself being changed. What could be more powerful than the stone, he thought. He looked down and saw far below him the figure of a stone cutter. So, very powerful story about what we want, what we wish for, where we try all of these other things, that really what we want and wish for the most is actually ourselves and who we are. And I believe that we've chosen this life. I believe that we choose it before we come in. We work out all the challenges we want to have in order to learn the lessons that we need to learn. And in order to do that, we choose what I call healing angels, also known as saints and Judases. So we need the duality. And as we go through life, we need these people to mirror back our unloved parts, to challenge us to come to the truth of who we really are. So beautiful, powerful stories about, and I suppose in the end it's appreciation, isn't it? It's having gratitude for where we are. We always wish that we're somebody else or somebody else or somewhere else, but at the end of the day we're exactly where we're meant to be. And I remember hearing that saying a lot, and I used to think, God, what a joke that saying is. But I actually get it now. It's true. We are always exactly where we're supposed to be, and moving, more to the truth of ourselves. And this is a beautiful time. So much quiet, so much solitude. All our fears are coming up, and it's a beautiful time to realize the truth of who we are, what we are, and then take ourselves on that beautiful path of being authentically us. And I suppose that resonated with me so much because I've been doing so much inner work on myself lately, and my inner child, my inner teenager that wanted to fit in all the time, that had a lot of anxieties, a lot of self-doubts, a lot of self-judgments. I'm not pretty enough, funny enough, comparing myself to all my beautiful friends and making myself not enough. But at the end of it, and then that's so crazy because then they're doing the same thing as well. One of my friends, she always wanted blonde hair. I always wanted dark hair. It's crazy. We always want what we're not, but it's actually being grateful for what we have. So much love. Oh, hello, beautiful. How are you? I'm so hot. love to you all. And yes, so just honor the beautiful person that you are and knowing that you're exactly where you're supposed to be, and just keep uncovering those fears to bring the light within that's there, that gets bogged down by all these limiting beliefs and fears in the way. But as we release them, and it's a very powerful Wesak today, Buddha's birthday, so a very powerful time to release our fears and step into our Buddha. So our fun, our play, our peace, our bliss, our joy, it's all those emotions that are actually in there underneath all the layers of fear, because that is actually a natural state, is the Buddha. We've all got our God Buddha within. So much love to you all. Can't wait. We're doing a beautiful ceremony tonight. My mentor, Rosemary McCallum. So, excuse me. And she's doing it on her Facebook page at 7:30 tonight. So if you're around, come on down. It's going to be absolutely beautiful to let go of what no longer serves, so we can step into more of the truth of ourselves. Mwah! So much love to you all. Have a beautiful day. Bye.